Hello, everyone. Welcome to Christopher's Entertainment Blog. I'm your host, Chris. Welcome back for another video for Arrow Season 3, Episode 13, entitled Canaries. Well, guys, this is a jam-packed episode, that's for sure. So much stuff going on in this episode. It was unreal, the amount of content that was happening in this. First, we have the character Warner Zeidel back again, and he brings back Vertigo. He escapes from jail. The whole Vertigo thing back on the scene again. Vertigo always seems to come back. We touched on Laurel and Oliver. At odds because of Laurel wanting to be the Canary now. And the whole scene with Sarah fighting Laurel was awesome. I love that, and I love Sarah as the Canary. I mean, I was just like, "There's the Canary. That's the real Canary right there." For me, I mean, Laurel is just man. Maybe she'll get better. I don't know, but it's just not believable to me that she would be out there doing that and doing it well. I mean, and she has her faults, honestly, but obviously she shouldn't be as good as she is, even though they still have her stumbling around occasionally and getting punched in the face, but she still should not be that good, really. And they have her like she's like, a black belt or something out there. It's just weird. But it was great to see Sarah, and she just looks better. Sarah looks the part. She looks better. She looks real. Or Laurel does not. She looks like somebody that's a poser. Just like what they had in the episode, which was great, where she's going through this, where Sarah was like, "You're copying me," and this and that, and that whole scene was like, well, that's what the fans are saying too. That she's not the real Laurel. She's copying her. Yada yada yada. It was awesome. I liked it, and it was great having Sarah back in a flashback. So that was cool. And the whole thing, Oliver finally tells Thea who he really is. So now Thea knows. So everybody knows except for Captain Lance. But I'll touch on that in a minute. So now Thea knows, and when he told her, and she's like looking around, and I was like, oh god, here comes the whiny brat back again. And then she surprised me. She surprised me, and she didn't. She took it like whoa. She was like happy, and I was shocked, really. I was really shocked by that. And it was nice. It was great to see her finally accept him and accept all that. That was great, and I loved that. But in a weird twist, though, then she turns on Merlin. And I thought that was kind of weird. Because she's been training with him for months and by his side for months and months. And it's just now all of a sudden there's a twist. And all of a sudden she's like, I don't trust him, and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, what the hell? That's weird. That's kind of weird. But I don't know if there's something more going on there. I don't know. I would not be surprised if something else is going on. Because she took that very well and then turned on Merlin quite quickly. So, I don't know. But anything with John Barrowman in it for Merlin is great. Because him on screen is just awesome. If it could be just a whole show with nothing but him, that would be cool too. Because he's a great character, great actor, John Barrowman. And everything that he does is just great. I love it. And when they're all together, it's like with Merlin on there, it's just something it just works. So I like all those scenes with Merlin. Obviously, again, they're great. And I love the fact that they're kind of teaming up now with Merlin, even though I don't know if this is going to turn out all that great. We see that at the end how Thea and Oliver go back to the island to train. So in case you don't know, I mean, there's some events on that island that's going to come up probably in the next episode, maybe. That's going to be awesome. So I can't wait to see what they do. I don't want to reveal too much because maybe you don't know, but there's going to be the next episode is going to be awesome. I think if it's the one I'm thinking of. So a lot of cool stuff coming up on the island, I'm sure. But yeah, the scene with Roy, I'm warming up to Roy too. I mean, before like last season, I didn't. He was the one that was just like, what, it was just weird. Um, but now Roy is coming around, and I think his character and is turning around, and it's just working now for Roy, and he's got like a place now, and the scenes that they have him in seem to work. They work a lot better than last season, and I'm liking Roy now. I really am. I'm liking Roy. He's doing very well. Um, and we see that he still has a kind of like a thing for Thea. There, that one scene where Thea like takes that DJ. What was his name? DJ Chase. Chase. That was his name. And we know that he's like an agent for Ra's al Ghul. That was a weird scene though, where she just like, you know, just takes. He's like in a back alley, and they go away, and then they sleep together. And like right after that, then it's just like then they're fighting. It was just like, wow, that sucked. I don't know. That was weird. That was a weird scene. But uh, and then he just like all of them come in at one time. Roy comes in, and then it's Merlin comes in. And it's just like, what? Where were they? That was a strange, weird of events because they're all like coming through the door, and it's just like, what? And so I mean, and then he just like takes a cyanide or whatever, and then he's dead. So I'm glad. I didn't really care much for that character, the Chase, the DJ guy. It was just weird. But I'm glad that's over with now. So yeah, because I mean that was just like a strange character. I mean, it didn't go nowhere. It was just like a character that was just a throwaway character is what it was. Just a throwaway character. It didn't really make any sense. I mean, I know that he was supposed to be like a spy or whatever for Ra's al Ghul, but I mean, it just didn't. It just doesn't didn't. I didn't care. It was just weird. It was just a throwaway character. I mean, they could have just had anybody come in there for like a thing and spy and then be killed. I mean, but this character they hung around. He hung around for like a while, and it didn't really work. It was weird. But now that that's over, then they can move on. This whole thing, like I said, with Merlin, Thea, Oliver, it's I like it. I really do like it, even though I think something else is going to happen. Because remember, Thea still does not know that supposedly she killed Sarah. Merlin hasn't told her that. I mean, I don't know what the heck's up with that, if that's real or what. But that's going to come out eventually, and then who knows what's going to happen with the fallout of that. But there is so much stuff happening in this episode. It was jam packed. But the Warner Zeidel character, the Vertigo, that character. I mean, he didn't really serve much of a purpose either. He was. Just had the vertigo, and it was like some stuff for Laurel to go through. I thought it was really hilarious that she got stuck with the vertigo twice. The second time, I just laughed out loud because it was just so weird. It was just funny to me that she's the one getting dosed with the vertigo twice. And I think she had some demons too, and they tried to portray that in a way that she had some demons with Sarah and her father at the end. Where she sees her father, and how her father's like, why didn't you tell me, and all that. So she had some demons she had to deal with, and it shows that she's now going to get past trying to be Sarah and maybe just be herself and not be the tactician or the martial arts master that Sarah was, but just be like a brawler to go out there and just start boxing somebody and punching somebody in the face, because that's what she did to Zeidel. So I think that's what that shows for Laurel now, is that she's just going to be a brawler, and she's just going to do her own thing now. And I did like that they maybe got that out there, that get past her trying to be Sarah and just be herself. Maybe that will work now. And then also in the end where she finally breaks down and finally finally tells Captain Lance, her father, about Sarah, and that whole scene. That whole scene was great with those two. So he finally knows, and I hope he takes it. Well, he's going to take it hard. He's taking it hard, I'm sure, um, but hopefully he won't turn on the whole team or Oliver or whatever, or blame them for that. That might be possible. Maybe he might blame them for her death. I mean, maybe when he finds out that maybe not Laurel, but Thea killed her, maybe then he might have a problem with the whole team and this whole thing. I mean, who knows? Who knows what might happen there? I hope not, because he's a great character, and I think he's kind of like the Commissioner Gordon to you know, the Commissioner Gordon is to Batman, he is to Arrow. So I think I like having him around. He's a cool character. So, but the flashbacks as well. The flashbacks. I mean, this episode. I guess it serves a purpose to show you the camaraderie between Maseo and Oliver, and where Tatsu, is in with all this. So that works, I guess. Amanda Waller shows that she was a bitch. She's a real bitch, and someone that in Oliver's past that they didn't get along too well. I mean, I guess it shows that. I guess I'm okay with that. I mean, it's a slow thing with that. This flashbacks, I mean, wasn't all that great, I don't think, but it served the purpose that Maseo and Oliver have a kind of a bond there and a brotherhood. So, it was. I think it's going to be awesome now that they showed that they're going to go. They went from Hong Kong to back to Starling City, and they showed that. I guess he'll have to maybe he'll be in the shadows and he can see his family in the distance or whatever. So that'll probably come into effect. So hopefully, I've heard that maybe the Tommy character is coming back. Probably it's going to be in that episode where, or one of the episodes where he's in Starling City now and he sees Tommy and he sees Moira maybe and Thea in the distance. So maybe you get to see Moira back. That would be awesome. Yeah, I can't wait to see where they go with that. Because we're winding down on the episodes. So they gotta go somewhere here. So can't wait for the next episode, guys. So much stuff happening. So much stuff. I know I've went 12 minutes now, but just so much stuff that's happening in this episode. It's just hard to get all in one thing. But yeah, guys. If there's anything that I may have missed, please let me know. I think, one thing I'll touch on real quick is the Felicity shows how she's a lot colder now towards Oliver, and the whole gang has changed since he's been gone. They had that dispute there down in the Arrow Cave, the Foundry, and they kind of ganged up on Oliver, which shows that you were gone, we changed things, and now you're going to do it our way. So I mean that was neat. That was interesting to show that Oliver, hey, I mean these people have changed, so he's going to have to change as well. So I like that, but yeah, it shows that that Felicity's really cold towards Oliver now. She's really pissed at him. She's still mad at him, but I think that's a setup, a plot point to push her towards Ray Palmer, which I like anyway, because I like the Palmer character, and I think their chemistry works a lot better. So I think that's what that's for, but it works. It works for me. And but yeah, guys, if there's anything else that I may have missed, please let me know. If you guys want to touch on anything, please write in the comments below. Also, like and subscribe. I do appreciate the support, guys. But that's going to do it for me. I am Chris for Christopher's Entertainment Blog. Thanks a lot, guys. Take it easy.